Welcome back to the What's Cooking Show. Again, we have our own Jason Hugate for the Steamboat Warehouse restaurant in Washington, and he's cooking up his very special dish that he won the 2013 Soiree Royale with. So, Jason, where do we begin at?
Joey, since our cream sauce is going to take the longest, we're going to start with a quart of heavy cream, and we're going to let that go first.
Oh,
pour heavy cream in there, and we probably won't do a whole quart. We're just going to do one crab today, so
okay,
just a little half quart. We set that on the side. Now, what we're going to have to do first is make our crab stuffing that we're going to stuff the crab with, because we're going to need to chill it before we stuff the crab. Okay. So while we do that, we have a 1 stick of real butter, unsalted, and I'm going to take some onions, a little bit of onion. That's probably about a small onion or half of a medium onion, something like that. This is about 2 ribs of celery that we finely diced. Celery is pretty much what makes this dish, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And we're going to add a little bit of garlic because I love it. Mm-hmm. I love garlic. So basically, we're just going to let that go for a little bit, and once that sautés to the point where we want, we're going to add a little crab meat, and we'll finish it. Okay.
Well, Jason, while we let the vegetables saute, tell us exactly all the awards that you won for the soiree.
Okay. Yeah, we had 2 dishes this year. We had a French onion soup that won 2nd place that I was very pleased with. It's a favorite among our guests at the Steamboat, so I wanted to try it. So we also won 1st place in seafood with this soft shell crab dish. These crabs come straight from Sycamore Point. Every week we get them fresh. During the year when you can't get them fresh, we don't have them, and that's a good reason why, because you buy frozen soft shell crabs like that, you don't know how long they've been frozen. Mm-hmm. It's just not a good thing. So what we did, we won 1st place in seafood with this dish, and it also took the People's Choice Award, which was in itself an accomplishment there, and I'd have been more than pleased going home. And we had a great night.
It was a fantastic night.
And we also won the Best of Show out of 42 dishes, I believe there were. So I was very pleased. It's probably the best I've ever done in any one single competition.
We're all excited for you, that's for sure.
It was great because I had family and friends there that are normally not there. Mm-hmm. My mom, who always has been probably my biggest supporter, she was there, as always. My father was in town for the 1st year he's ever got to see or attended, so that was great. And also Paul Miller, who was the guest celebrity chef, was the one who actually handed out the awards. That was another good thing, because I did an apprenticeship underneath him years back when I was in culinary school. So that was
awesome.
Made it extra special.
Oh yeah, very, very nice.
So our vegetables are sauteing. Go a little bit, maybe another 2 minutes.
Now you usually do this dish at the Steamboat, but it's run just as a special, just when you can get the fresh soft shell crab.
Yeah, this is not on our printed regular menu. This is a special item, which we try to make sure we change daily. Sometimes, we'll keep the same specials tonight and tomorrow night or something like that. We change the soups. We always have a soup, a different appetizer, and at least 2 entrees, sometimes 3 on a special sheet. Mm-hmm. And it's just something to keep the regular customers from getting bored and having things really monotonous.
Well, I mean, yeah, but everything on the menu already is so good, but having that special is just an added choice to.
Yeah, because if there's customers of ours that come 2 or 3 times a week, and what happens is they get a little, sometimes I don't want them to get bored with the regular printed menu. It's been there forever. It's been there longer than me. Mm-hmm. There has been changes since I took over, but still, you don't want them to get too bogged down with it.
Right. And this is pretty much a pretty simple dish. Very
simple. All we did was start sauteing our vegetables in some butter. Since I want to go ahead and finish this rather quickly, at home, at Steamboat, I would do this, let this saute for another maybe 2-3 minutes. But since we're, looking at time constraints for this TV show, I'm going to go ahead and take our crab meat. This is 1 pound of fresh crab meat that we get from Abbeville, Louisiana, and we pick through it to make sure all the shells are out of it. So I'm going to put that in there and just give it a little stir. And the only thing you're doing here is heating the crab meat and let the flavors come together, because obviously the crab meat's already cooked. While that's going for a little bit, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Being careful not to make sure we don't over salt. Nothing like salty food or over salted food.
Yeah, that's true.
A little bit of red pepper or cayenne, either one, whichever one you would like to use. And I like to use a good little bit here because for some reason it seems to take a little more than normal. Now, the only other thing we're going to add to this, as we let this go just another second, I like to add a little bit of mayo. And what that does is kind of lightens it up. It gets a little creaminess to it. This is the only difference between something you would basically have some other restaurant. Not everybody does this. We're going to add a little bit, maybe about 2 tablespoons. You don't want to put too much because obviously you don't want it tasting like straight mayonnaise.
Right.
But it's just to give a little touch of creaminess to the dish. So you want to make sure you stir that in, get it all incorporated without actually over stirring the crab meat. You want to break it up even smaller than this.
Right, right.
This is an all lump or back fin lump. So it's not jumbo lump, but it does have a lumpiness to it. So you don't want to break it too much.
Break it up anymore, yeah.
Last but not least, we're going to add a little bit of breadcrumbs. Joy, if you want to turn off that heat.
Sure.
At this point, we're just going to put just enough, I don't know what that is, just enough to pick up the excess moisture on the bottom. What you don't want to do is put too much breadcrumbs. You can have it loose. You don't want it too stiff and dry. It tastes just like breadcrumbs. You just want enough to pick up that excess moisture.
Just like they said, just to tighten it up. Really.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just using it as a binder. Easy, easy. And so what we're going to do is put this in our bowl. You want to make sure, if you have a large amount, you want to make sure that you spread the stuffing evenly. So that way it doesn't, you could actually cool it off in the refrigerator and it won't spoil.
Okay. Well, Jason, we'll go ahead and let that cool off, and we're going to take a short break and join us back for more What's Cooking in just a few minutes.